My boyfriend humiliated me, publicly said, "A girl like you should be grateful." So I showed up at his birthday, let his boss hear the truth. Honestly, sometimes I still replay that night and wonder how I missed all the red flags. I'm Emily, 27, and I really thought Harvey was different. Between us, I wanted to disappear when he said those words. But I held it together because that's what I do. Harvey and I were together 2 years. We had the whole routine: Sunday Netflix, awkward family holidays, even that terrible couples yoga class. Things weren't perfect, but I thought we were solid. We'd even talked about moving in together. Looking back, the signs were everywhere. Harvey had these annoying habits, leaving socks everywhere, texting during movies, making helpful comments like, "That shirt makes your arms look bigger," or, "Have you thought about a different hairstyle?" I told myself he was just honest. Past me was an idiot. Last Friday, Harvey texted about dinner with work friends. He never included me in his work life, so I was excited. I blew my budget on a new dress and spent hours getting ready, full YouTube makeup tutorial. Fancy straightener. The works. I got to this insane downtown restaurant. No prices on the menu, red flag. And Harvey was already there with Leonard and Pablo. The vibe was off immediately. Harvey barely stood when I arrived. Just said, "You're late." I was 2 minutes late thanks to parking. I sat down, and he looked at my dress and said, "Oh, you wore that." Loud enough for his friends to hear. My cheeks burned. I tried joking. "Is there a dress code I missed?" He just shrugged and said, "They've already ordered appetizers." Cool. Harvey spent the next hour talking work stuff I didn't understand. Whenever I tried to join in, he talked over me or corrected me. When I mentioned a customer at my retail job, he waved dismissively. She doesn't get how things work in the real business world. I've been a manager for 3 years. I felt smaller and smaller. When Leonard asked how we met, I started explaining that our coworker Vanessa introduced us. Harvey cut me off. "Yeah, Vanessa felt bad for her. I was doing a favor. Really." Then he laughed. My stomach sank. That wasn't even close to the truth. Vanessa had warned me about Harvey's ego but swore he was a good guy. Spoiler, he wasn't. I excused myself to the bathroom, almost crying. I texted Vanessa, then saw Harvey had tagged himself at the restaurant on Instagram with boys' night out like I wasn't even there. Vanessa called, but I sent her to voicemail. I splashed water on my face, touched up my makeup, and gave myself a pep talk. Get through dinner with dignity. Back at the table, the laughter stopped when I sat down. The server brought food, and Harvey started commenting on my spaghetti carb loading for a marathon. And, "Bold choice for someone with your body type." Each comment was a paper cut. I barely ate, just moved food around my plate. Then Pablo asked about a presentation. Harvey bragged about his boss loving his ideas and putting him in charge of the whole project. But I remembered him stressing over that same presentation last week, saying his part was only 5 minutes. Was he living in a fantasy world? The bill came. Harvey looked at it, then slid it to me. I thought he was showing me the total, but he said, and I'll never forget this, "You know what? I don't think this is working. I've tried, but I'm not attracted to you anymore. We should break up?" In the middle of a restaurant, after 2 years, I was stunned. "Are you serious? Now?" He stood up, grabbed his jacket. I still get a knot thinking about it. "A girl like you should be grateful I even dated you this long. You're not exactly a prize." Then he and his friends walked out laughing, leaving me with a $347 bill for their wagyu and cocktails. The waiter gave me this sad look that made it worse. I paid with my maxed-out credit card and barely made it to my car. I called Vanessa from the parking lot, crying so hard she couldn't understand me. She came over with ice cream and wine, the real MVP. Between sobs and cookie dough, I told her everything. She was furious, ready to drive to Harvey's and cause a scene. Then she got weird, asking about Harvey's work comments. Finally, she said, "Emily, Harvey's not who he says he is. He's not some hotshot marketer. He's an assistant." He makes coffee runs. Those business trips. Fake. The presentation. He just made slides. His LinkedIn title. Fiction. I felt like an idiot. 2 years of lies. After Vanessa left, I went detective mode. I scrolled through texts, photos, so many contradictions. Times he claimed to be working late, but his location showed him across town. I couldn't sleep, replaying his humiliation. At 3 a.m., a text from an unknown number. Hey, it's Cody from Harvey's office. Vanessa gave me your number. There's stuff you should know. That's when it got wild. The next 4 days, I was a mess, crying into ice cream, scrolling old photos, wondering if any of it was real. My apartment was a disaster zone. I avoided social media until Wednesday, when I caved and saw Harvey's Instagram post. A gym selfie captioned, "Level up. Know your worth." I almost threw my phone. Vanessa came over with takeout, found me wrapped in my comforter. She showed me her texts with Cody. Harvey had told everyone at work he dumped me because I was needy and talked marriage okay. Fine. I had a Pinterest board, but so did he. Then Cody dropped the bomb. Harvey was on probation for taking credit for others' work and might be fired. Those late nights, he was fixing mistakes, business trips, total lies. My phone rang. It was Xavier, Harvey's mom. She asked if we were okay. Harvey told her we had a little fight. A little fight. He humiliated me and stuck me with a $340 bill. I was vague, saying we needed space. Then she mentioned his birthday dinner Saturday and how excited the family was to see me. I almost choked. Harvey had told them we were still together and coming with big news. After hanging up, Vanessa stared at me. Is he delusional or just a liar? We devised a plan. I'd go to the dinner, let the truth unfold naturally. I met Cody for coffee. He confirmed everything. Harvey was just an assistant. The team was him and 2 interns. The presentation was just slides. Cody said Harvey told everyone I was high maintenance, when really I paid for most dates because Harvey was always between paychecks. Translation: bad with money. Cody got a text from their boss needing help Saturday night. I had an idea. What if Cody dropped something off during dinner? Meanwhile, Harvey texted, "We need to talk." I might have overreacted. Might have. I showed Cody. He almost spit out his coffee. I didn't respond. Let him sweat. The next 2 days, I prepped. I gathered evidence of his lies, fake conferences, false coworker stories. Vanessa helped me pick an outfit. A simple black dress Harvey once called average negging. I now realize I barely slept Friday night. What if it backfired? What if his family sided with him? Saturday, I chewed my nails down, rehearsing scenarios. Harvey texted again. Wear something nice. My parents are excited. I didn't reply. At 5:30, I drove to his parents' house, hands shaking so bad I pulled over. I took deep breaths. What am I doing? But then I imagined Harvey lying to his family, playing victim, and my resolve hardened. I arrived at 6:15, fashionably late, to annoy him. Cars filled the driveway. Harvey's dad answered, hugging me. The house smelled like Xavier's pot roast. I rounded the corner and saw Harvey, drink in hand, laughing. He froze, panic flashing across his face before he faked a smile. He hugged me, whispered, "You actually came? We need to talk privately." I smiled loudly. I wouldn't miss your birthday, especially since you told everyone we have big news. His face paled. Xavier beamed. Harvey's sister shot me a look. Harvey grabbed my elbow, trying to steer me away, but his mom announced dinner. As we sat, Harvey watching me, Cody texted, 15 minutes out. Harvey hissed, "What are you doing here?" I smiled sweetly. "Oh, I wouldn't miss telling your family about the restaurant." Harvey, "They'll love that story." The dread on his face as his mom brought out food, worth every anxious second. So there I was, surrounded by Harvey's family, Xavier's pot roast, and tense silence. Harvey tried controlling the conversation, shooting me glares. I passed bread rolls, enjoying his twitching eye. Xavier asked about Harvey's promotion. I almost choked. Harvey jumped in, bragging about his team and boss grooming him. Just as I opened my mouth, the doorbell rang. Ralph answered, returning with Cody holding a folder. Sorry to interrupt. Cody said, Mr. Henderson sent urgent documents for Monday's presentation. Harvey went white. Cody, what? I know it's your birthday, Cody said, but Mr. Henderson insisted. Xavier insisted Cody stay. He reluctantly sat, placing the folder on the table. I took my shot. Cody, Harvey was just telling us about his promotion. So exciting. Cody looked confused. Promotion. When did that happen? Recent. Harvey stammered. Cody's expression hardened. Oh, right. The promotion to team lead of the team, that's you and 2 interns who do the work while you take credit. Silence, Xavier asked. Harvey, is this true? He's joking. Harvey insisted. I'm not. Cody said, you're on probation for taking credit for Sarah's presentation. Mr. Henderson nearly fired you. Ralph's voice was stern. Harvey. They're ganging up on me. Harvey yelled. Emily put him up to this. All eyes turned to me. I sipped water. Actually, Harvey had nothing to do with Cody being here. But since we're being honest, tell your family what you said at the restaurant when you left me with the 347 bill. Harvey's mouth opened and closed. I didn't. You did, I said calmly. You said, a girl like you should be grateful I even dated you. You're not exactly a prize. Ugh, Xavier looked devastated. Harvey, no, it came out wrong. Harvey yelled, standing. She's clingy. All she talked about was marriage and kids. I couldn't breathe. I stood, appetite gone. I won't sit here and be abused. Cody, thanks for coming. Xavier, Ralph, sorry for the scene. As I walked to the door, Harvey shouted, you'll never work in this town again. I turned, hand on the knob. I'm in retail. Harvey, my customers don't care. But you lied to your family, your boss, everyone. Good luck explaining to Mr. Henderson Monday. I left, chaos behind me. Cody caught up at my car. You okay? I nodded, surprised I meant it. Yeah, I feel free. Some of us are getting drinks tomorrow. Cody offered. No pressure. Ah, I'd like that, I said. The next morning, I woke to 13 missed calls from Harvey. I blocked him. A week later, Vanessa told me Harvey was fired after his boss uncovered the lies. He moved back with his parents, struggling to find work. Meanwhile, Cody and I went for drinks, then dinner, then more dates. He's kind. Honest, no lies. 6 months later, we're still together, happier than ever. Harvey tried starting his own business, but clients discovered he had no experience. Last I heard, he's bartending, telling people it's for experience while planning his next big venture. Sometimes I feel bad about the birthday dinner. Then I remember the restaurant, how small he made me feel. And the lies. Between us, I don't feel bad at all. Harvey got what he deserved. I got the truth, and someone who actually deserves me.